Well, good evening, everyone. Happy Sunday night. My name is Jen, and welcome to my channel, Jen's Gems and Vintage Finds. I'm going to do a live haul video with you guys tonight for my upcoming sale on Tuesday, July 29th at 1 p.m. Central. So that way it gives you guys an insight view of what's going to be coming up on Tuesday. For those of you who are new here, please, I want to welcome all of you. And if you haven't registered with my channel yet, please do so prior to Tuesday's auction. I've pinned my email at the top of the chat. Hello, Leonore. I love how you're always the first one here to welcome everybody. I just got home from work. So I just want to hop on here for a few minutes and show you some goodies for what's going to come up on Tuesday. Again, if you're new here and you haven't registered with our channel before, what we need you to do is to send us to jensgemsfinds@gmail.com, jensgemsfinds@gmail.com, your name, your YouTube name, complete mailing address, phone number, and PayPal information. If you also haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. It's free. It doesn't cost a thing. And what you just got to do is just hit that little bell icon for all notifications, so that way you get notified of when we do our live sales. So, hi, Kelly. How are you? Good to see you. So that's about it, pretty much, as far as who I ship to. I only ship within continental United States at this time. To all my foreign viewers, please don't get mad at me at this point, but you always can participate in the chat no matter where you are in the world. I welcome everybody here. This is a safe place to be, as well as a loving place to be. So everybody who is a viewer and a subscriber, anybody who's here can even be a lurker for all I care. As long as you are respectful and friendly in the chats, that's all I ask. So, hi, Martha. Hi, Heidi. How are you? I'm by myself, so you see me doing this. My chat's over here and the camera's over here. So I'm going back and forth. Let's see. Let me go over a couple of things. And most of you guys are my regulars, so you guys know. For anybody who's new here watching this video for the first time, a little bit about myself. I'm a graduate gemologist. I went to the GIA back in 1994. I practiced in the jewelry industry for 26 years. I also worked in my local emergency room for the last 6 years. And as of August 8th, that will be my final day working at the hospital, and then I'll be a full-time YouTube reseller. So hopefully you guys will come to my channel, which I'll probably be having when I'm looking at schedules and the calendar. Most likely I'm going to be doing a Sunday afternoon sale when that happens. On August 10th will be our first sale. And then we'll have another one on August 12th. So it'll be Sundays and Tuesday afternoons is when I'm planning on doing my 2 shows. So, and if you're new here, I don't do any prior pre-sale on any of these things I'm going to show you tonight. Okay. So I have some new goodies to show you, and this is the reason I do that. I kind of go through the items a little bit with you. You can always send me an email privately and ask me any questions. I will always share with you the starting bid for the item. And if you physically cannot be here Tuesday for the auction, you can always leave me an absentee bid on the items that are here. Hi, Tanya. How are you? I won't plan on being here too long. I always try to be respectful of other sellers' times, and I know you're doing a sale tonight, so I won't be on here hopefully too much. But I always promise my viewers a nice little chit chat session as well as a haul. So, but anyway, everybody's going to go to Tanya's channel, My Jewelry Addiction, tonight at what, half an hour? I'm assuming so. Yes. And I just got home from the hospital, so that's why I'm doing this at this point. So let's see, I'm trying to get all these information things out. I don't do any pre-sales on any things I'm going to show you right now. The reason for that is I make it fair for everybody that when Tuesday comes around, you will be all participating into these auction process. That way you know that these items will be here Tuesday. And you can always leave me an absentee bid on any of the things that you see here tonight. So if you want anything, if I start a bid, let's say I'll tell you the item is going to be at $40. If you can't physically be here, say, Jenny, can you bid on my behalf to up to $60 or something like that? And I will do that just in the regular increments, like if you were here participating in the chat. So hope that makes sense to you all. If there's any other questions along the way, and like I said, I try to get all these things answered prior to the sale. You please, 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 if you're not registered with our channel, please send us your information prior to Tuesday. It holds up the auction process and it's fair for everybody else. jensgemsfinds@gmail.com. All right. Hi, Maritza. How are you? Again, say hi to you. So let's get going. Let me show you some things, and then we're all going to go over to Tanya's in a little bit and have a good time at her sale tonight. So thank you, Leonore, as well, for sharing channels. I always appreciate that. I'm a little, like I said, I'm going to show you what we got coming up. So the first thing that you guys saw on the photograph is a beautiful Swarovski crystal necklace. Okay, let me show you this. For those of you who don't know, I do use a mouse camera. So if you're motion sickness, please just walk away for a minute while I move the camera around, and we'll get going. All right. If you guys have any questions along the way, let me know. For real quick, before I move the camera, if you're looking at my backdrop, anything that you see in the backdrop are all things that I have shown previously. So this is the difference. So the things I'm showing, what I will show you in a minute, are all brand new items. And those are things you have to wait till Tuesday to bid on. If there's something in the back set, or if you watch any of my previous videos, and if I still have it and you send me a screenshot or a description of the item, I will sell it off air, because these are all things back here that I've already shown for the whole, for previously. So if, or if you watch a video, if it's already been shown, then it's first come, first serve. It's simple as that. Okay. This tonight is all brand new. So these are what everybody gets excited to see, like what's new, what's new, what's new. So that's what I'm doing. All right. So let's tune away and let me get going. So let's go. Here we go. Look at this beautiful necklace. It's 5 strands. All this, let me see if I can zoom it in a little bit here for you. Hi, Jane. How are you? Good to see you, my dear. 5 strands of glass for Swarovski crystal. And their findings in here are sterling silver. Now, I'm going to kind of give you a little tour of this necklace. It's very special, okay? So let me give you, look at these beads. Like AB glass and cobalt glass in here, okay? And little cones, and they have little sterling silver spacer beads. And then look at this gorgeous medallion on here. All this is all handmade, okay? And then what makes this necklace even more special, which I've never seen before, the person who crafted this necklace decided to put these sterling silver bead spacers that have these test as, I believe it's white spinel. No, white topaz, excuse me, white topaz. And they're both sides of these spacer beads. And I just thought that this is the most gorgeous thing ever. I don't know, there's just something special. I love blue, so I've always been drawn to blue. And it's just very, very beautifully done. All the pieces are sterling silver. And you come back here to this beautiful pin attachment. It has all the scroll work on it. So I just think this is stunning. And I just love it. It's different. I've never seen anything like it. And somebody actually handmade that. So I just think, and I'm going to leave it on the velvet. I just think it's solely, truly, really a piece of jewelry. But I love how they use the AB along with the cobalt glass. So it kind of gives it a little bit extra little zoom shine and sparkle. So yeah, isn't that beautiful? Okay. So we'll put that aside. That's just on my bust back here. I'll put that back here just so it's out of the way. All right. We want that to fall down. Okay. All right. So let's get a bust here. I'll keep going here. Along the way, if I have any questions, I will try to answer as much as I can for you. Okay. I always call this chit chat session a / haul. So try to be interactive with all of you as being, you know, the way things go. All right. Hello, Duty. I think you're new here. Well, welcome to my channel. Everybody welcome Duty. I believe she's new here. And if you're new, Duty, please register with me if there's something that you're interested in. So that way when Tuesday's auction comes up, we have your information. So And what you need to do is just send it to jensgemsfinds@gmail.com, and we will have it for Tuesday. Everything's at the top of the chat here, what I'm looking for from you. All right. And hopefully, if you're in the continental United States, I can ship to you. If you're outside, unfortunately, I cannot. So I don't know where you're at, but you can always participate in chats no matter what you do. Okay. All right. Here we go. This is 14 karat gold in sterling silver. So 14 karat gold posts. And then the hoops themselves are sterling. They have vermeil, though, on the sides of them. Okay. And posts are 14 karat. So I know sometimes I pick up gold, and this one has a little bit of gold on the posts, but just simple two-tone silver hoops. Hi, Christy. How are you, honey? Good to see you. Just doing a quick haul before Tanya goes on a little bit. I figured I'd come on here and show you guys some new things, okay? Everybody share your channels. I know Leonore's doing that. Everybody check out these. Any people, if you're new here, anybody in these blue wrenches are all have channels. So please check out their channels. They have some beautiful things. I always like to share the knowledge and share the wealth with all these people. Each of these wonderful people have wonderful things at their places, and you have to check them out. This is a beautiful Kramer brooch, signed right here, Kramer. Red with AB crystal. Beautiful, beautiful brooch. Kramer, signed Kramer. Okay. This is a lot of show and go, as I call it. Okay. I got a lot of brooches this week. So if you guys like brooches, I got brooches. These I fell in love with. These are actually been modified, and I'll show you in a minute why. At first glance, most people would think, oh boy, those look they look like Bohemian garnets. But these are not Bohemian garnets. These are actually rhinestone, believe it or not. But they're out of prong set. They're beautiful red color, okay? Now, what they did on the back here, just to be, I'm upfront and honest with everybody, these probably were very, what they call screwbacks. So you guys can see, they see there's a mark right here. So most like this had a screw back, and somebody decided, well, modernize them and put a post on there. But it is the original setting. Probably probably 60s on this. So, but still beautiful earrings. So, and I know red is very popular with everybody. So, all right. If I'm missing anybody, I'll catch up. All right. Let's see. I also came across, and these pieces, just so you guys know, this came from that place where I go, I call the Taj Mahal jewelry. So I've been literally working my butt off in the last couple of weeks trying to get through all this. Now, this you'll see, this is my kind of my costume. Some of the things I got in costume. I have sterling too. This week I'm going to have 35 rings that are brand new. Okay, I'm getting them ready for a tray. I'm still working on that tonight. This is the things I've already got done. So this is actually a very expensive designer. Her name is, if I can pronounce it correctly, Ranjana Khan, Ranjana Khan, Ranjana Khan, and out of India, I believe. Okay, I might be wrong, but I think it's out of India. But she hand makes all her jewelry by hand. Every little piece is all done hand woven. Sometimes she uses silk. These are faux pearl, beautiful rhinestone, and let me show you the signature so you guys can see it. This one is on leather. Ranjana Khan. And if you're not familiar with that name, please Google up her pieces, because the most inexpensive earrings I found were about 150 bucks. So really, really pretty designer. But that's her name, Ranjana Khan. Okay. So I never heard of her until I said, okay, well, that's interesting. I buy things that are beautiful, and I want to share it with everybody. All right, what else we have in here that I can show you guys? All right, I came across a charm bracelet. This is, I think I have actually in my inventory, I've got 3. This is sterling silver, of course. All right. It has 14 charms on it. I'm going to go through them with you in a minute. I get this all right direction. There we go. Let me get my cone. All right, here we go. So, sterling silver bracelet. The bracelet is marked Lang, L-A-N-G. Okay, slot clasp. Now, the first charm you see is a cork wine bottle. Now, this is not sterling. I test everything. If you guys are new to my channel, I test everything that comes through my selections. Basically, anything I buy. So even if it's marked sterling, I'm going to test it. It's the only right thing to do, and it's the only fair thing to do. Now, I've tested everything on here. This first charm is not sterling silver. Okay. Next one is marked sterling. These are possibly Bakelite little dice in there. I don't know, but it is marked sterling, and I did test it. Then we have a little car. I don't know if the wheels, yeah, the wheels move on the car. This is sterling, marked sterling there. Okay. Then we have a little diploma, sterling. The phone, telephone. Then we have the baby buggy with moving wheels. But this is not sterling. Tested it, not sterling. That's one charm, not sterling. Then we have the Pisces fish, sterling. Then we have the little bowling pin, then sterling. This is sterling as well, a graduation cap with a little tassel that moves. Then we have a Mannheim, German province charm there, Mannheim, that's sterling. Then here we have a, looks like a little native man right there, Polynesian man, he's sterling. This is so cute. If you've never seen this charm before, it's called Love is Blind charm, okay? And what I love about this is that they're spectacles. So you open it up, and it's a little pair of, hold on. I have no nails, guys. Lord didn't give me long fingernails, so I have to use a little helper here. Look. The little spectacles that open up, and they slide in there. So it's called Love is Blind. And then, but that's sterling silver. Okay. Then we have an owl. Little graduation cap on him. Then we have a violin. Okay. This thing weighs 50.83 grams. Well, total weight weighs 62.43. Total weight of the whole thing together is 62.43. But I did take off the price a little bit for the 2 charms that don't test as sterling. But these are very collectible. If you're a reseller or if you have a booth, this is something you could take off the charms and, keep the charms. And the charms, when I sell by weight for that. So easily these charms are getting harder to find. So if you're in the vintage selling charms, these are really, really collectible. Okay. All right. Did I miss anybody? Hi, Kat. How are you, honey? We're just doing a little haul for like Tuesday, just to get everybody excited. So hope all is well with you. She's my neighbor, not literally, but she lives down in the next town from me. So I always say hi to Kat. She's always hot, like temperature's always the same. All right, now anybody who collects Disney, my Disney collectors. This is sterling silver, very rare. So Disney, limited edition, 925. Snow White, holding the apple. Charm bracelet. So I don't know if anybody collects all the little Disney, or you got a little girl wants to start one of the Disney charm bracelet. These are actually, like I said, it's a limited edition charm bracelet. Came out of there. All right, moving on. Now you guys are going to ask me, where's all your tax go, Jenny? Well, I have some. Hold on a minute. Everybody just hold on. This is 7.5 inches. Fluted bangle bracelet, signed TC-155, 7.5 inch. Okay. Taxco. Weighs about 24 grams, just shy of 25 grams on that. Okay. Moving on. I love this cuff. It's actually it's a bangle because there's no hinge to it. Oh, it's a bangle. Also Taxco. But this one is a slip over the hand one. Okay. It is marked right there at the top, all numbers right there. 26.6 grams on this one. I like this one. Very modernistic, very timeless design. Mexican silver Taxco. And then on the cone, it measures this. It measures about 8.25. But it's, again, there's no opening. It has to fit over your hand. Okay. So it's about a 2 3/8 inside diameter, just to give it a cross. Okay. All right. Then let's see what else I have. Hearts. This one does open. Also Taxco. 11.24 grams on that one. 7 to 7.25. Thank you, Jane. Yep. I try to, and then, okay. All right. I bought this. Now, I've spoken a lot about on my channel about certain things, about keep your eye out for certain things because it's getting harder to find. Abalone. However, there's a little boo-boo on one of them, as you might see right here. This one has a little bit of a boo-boo. It's missing, it got cracked there. But I didn't care because it is still sterling silver. But the matrix of this abalone is off the jam. I mean, look at that. Okay. You could take off a link there and get that one off because this is getting so hard to find. You know, it has the backing of onyx on the abalone. As you guys know, abalone is a shell, but they're putting a ban on abalone harvesting now. So you find abalone and that looks like this, especially this nice, beautiful peacock colored matrix. You want to pick it up. And like I said, it has a nice little detail on the ends here with the extra rings. So they're beautiful. I liked it. So even if it has a little boo-boo, you know what that means on my channel. If you come to my channel, I'm going to give you a blowout price on it. And then you guys have fun with it. Because I feel kind of like I want to rescue it. And I wanted to make sure that we, you know, find it a good home, right? All right, so this is somebody I had never heard of. This is Jacqueline Smiley, Smiley. Okay, if you find the signature, and I'm going to show you what the signature is in a minute. She's a more modern designer, and I'll talk about her in a minute. This is her mark, JSVR. What that stands for is Jacqueline Smiley Vintage. Jacqueline Smiley Vintage. 950. She's actually, I have it written down. In Pennsylvania, Vintage Revival. That's what the VR is, Vintage Revival. So Jacqueline Smiley Vintage Revival. She uses old vintage china pieces and she repurposes them into jewelry. She started her business in 1991 and based out of Pennsylvania. And she makes a lot of these vintage revival pieces, which I thought this is really, really cute. This is spoons. Spoons, like they spoons, and they use this for the part of the bracelet. And then she decided to put on this, they call this pattern is called April. Okay. So think of just springtime. Look at, there's a little, and this is all, so the little charm I just showed you had a little porcelain piece that's put into the 950 silver heart. Then you have the little teacup sets. Isn't this charm cute? Look at that. Teacup set, sterling silver. And then you have this cute little enamel butterfly with all these crystals. And it's a bracelet. Isn't this cute? And then, okay, so then if that's not cute enough, then I have matching earrings to go with it. I got this together. So same designer. And the earrings are, let me make sure the earrings. Again, everything else on the bracelet's silver, except the exception to the 950 silver on the heart. The earrings are sterling silver. I think there's 940. Or does it say 950? Hold on, let's see. Let's see what it says. I forgot. Let's see. Come on. Let's see. Oh, earrings are 950 again. So but the ear wires are sterling. So we got 950 on the hearts, and then the ear wires are sterling. But her name is Jacqueline Smiley. All right. So I just thought that was really, really cute. Okay. All right. Let's see. What did I miss? Hi, Sunray. How are you? Hi, Jessie. Did I miss? Yes, upcycling. That's right, Heidi. We help save the environment sometimes, right? Okay, now more. Again, this is all the things that I've been working on for the last couple of weeks when I came back from my sourcing lady that I come from. Now I've got rhodochrosite. Sterling silver pendant, rhodochrosite. And I have put it on a chain. You guys are new to my channel. You don't know how I work. I try to match chains with pendants, and I will sell the pendant by itself without the chain if you don't need the chain, but I do try to match it up. This one I have it on right now is a 24.5-inch long rope chain. Very, very pretty. Rhodochrosite. Look at the striations in here. I love that. And this is natural matrix. That's the black. That is normal sometimes in rhodochrosite to have that. Isn't that pretty? Like a pink. All right, now moving a different gemstone, because people sometimes ask me, Jenny, what's the difference between rhodochrosite and rhodonite? Totally two different gemstones. Okay. Now the next few pieces are all rhodonite. Okay. Marked sterling. Okay. Natural matrix. This is rhodonite. You're going to get more black in here. Again, not the last one I had, what they call sometimes the bacon matrix. Beautiful cuff. Marked in capital letters sterling. That's the only mark that's in there. Okay. But tested. Again, tested. So I have the cuff. If you're looking for a cuff. Unusual to find in a cuff as well. I have a ring. Here's the ring. Done them all at the same time. Rhodonite. This is a size 7.5. So look. Okay. There's the first. There you go. Okay. Then I have earrings and necklace. So if you want a whole ensemble set, I have it all here. This pendant is marked with a maker on it. Can't read it. It's very small. As STR right there. And here is the pendant. Unusual shape. Again, I put it on a snake chain. Okay. And then lastly is some earrings. And I sell each of these pieces separately, everybody, but it just lets you know, I mean, I can do the whole ensemble too. So, aren't those pretty? Okay, so if you're looking for rhodonite, that is a gemstone. And if you're not familiar with it, it's very, very pretty. Unusual to find a lot in jewelry, but people seem to like it. People like pink. So another alternative to rhodochrosite, you can get rhodonite. Hi, Bruce. How you doing, honey? Good to see you. Hi, Sarah. Hello. We're just doing a quick show and tell session. Here's some wedding cake beads. I'm kind of going between sterling and these wedding cake beads. This is nice and 20 inches long. Beautiful pink, very soft pastel pink. And it has the pink spacer beads with the yellow spacers there. Here's the clasp, vintage clasp. I just got home from work, everybody, from the ER, so I just usually hop on here just to give you a kind of a sneak peek what's coming up for Tuesday. Go send me an email about some things. This week I also I'm working on getting a lot of pieces ready, prep. So even if you don't see it tonight, and you'll say, well, you didn't show that on Sunday night. I said, because I'm working up to the wire to get things done ready for you guys, right? So tonight I'll be working on jewelry after I get off here. This is beautiful. This is 830 silver. And I believe this to be Danish. 830 silver. It is marked. I'm going to show you the mark on it. This is, so it has a number, 203, and then it says 830S for silver. And there is the mark. I believe that to be GRV. I could not find who GRV is. There is a designer named Hugo Grun, Grun, but that is not, he normally puts Hugo as his signature. So, but he had very similar pieces to this. So, but it is testing as 830 silver, and I just love it. I mean, look at that. The leaf modernist 1930s bracelet. It is for a 7 3/4 inch wrist. So for my longer length ladies who've been asking me for finding me longer pieces, here's one for 7 3/4 inch wrist. Okay. If you're a smaller lady, you could take the links out, maybe make some earrings out of it if you wanted to, you know. Anyway, 25.9 grams, a lot of silver on that bracelet. All right. All right. And again, here's another piece. I'm going to something else. Okay. Yeah, everybody share your channels. Please share your channels. As I spoke earlier about abalone, here we go, black coral. Okay. Black coral and rice pearl necklace. It's kind of a torsade. Come on. It has a moment. My camera has its moments. Okay. Torsade necklace. It is 30.5 inches long. Okay. And if coral is not on your radar, please have it on your radar to purchase. If you're not like, well, okay, that's not something I usually thought about buying. Well, coral can come in all different colors, and this is black coral, okay? And you're going to get the original card. Look, this was on it. Hawaiian Ali Coral Factory. And it has this nice description. I'm thinking I'm going to take a copy of this, but it goes in the whole history of black coral in Hawaiian, where it's was harvested off Maui. Okay. And it talks about how it, how it first comes to the ocean floor. It's red and then turns black, blah, blah, blah. And it has all this information in there. And I will give, of course, it's going to come with the purchase, but I'm going to make a copy of that just so I have it for my own records. So you guys like to share the information. You guys like to have that. So anyway, but again, coral's getting harder to find. So if you find black coral, please pick it up if you like something. Just let me know. Where does it say it comes from? It says right here, honey. Here, I'll read it to you guys. Since you guys are all here and want to know about it, I'll give you all about it. When it says here, I'll tell you, okay? So I'll read it. Black coral was discovered in the year 1958 in the deep and treacherous Auau Channel off the famous old whaling port of Lahaina, Maui, Hawaii. History records that this rare species of coral was found in the Red Sea beds in the 17th and 18th centuries. It was highly treasured by India's ruling priests. In Hawaii, professional scuba divers working at depths of 150 to 300 feet brave swift ocean currents, sharks, moray eels, and the dreaded underwater sickness, the bends locating the scarce coral. When black coral first comes from the ocean floor, it is red in color and flexible and not immediately suitable for jewelry making. Sorry, I'm reading the back now. The drying and curing process takes a period of a year. So just imagine that. They take the coral out of the ocean and the drying and curing process takes a year. Black coral is classified as semi-precious and then finally fashioned into jewelry by Hawaiian craftsmen, which takes hours of patient labor. It becomes a truly distinctive and beautiful symbol of the Hawaiian Islands. So I will, I'll read that over every time. I'll put that in my, that's a good thing to have. But owner will get this little original card that came with it. But there you go. That's a little bit about coral for today. There's your lesson. There you go. You're welcome, Leonore. What? Yep. All right. I love this necklace. I have been doing jewelry for a long time. Okay. You guys know that about me. I love seeing things I don't see every day. And this is something when I first saw it, I said, that is unusual. Now, what? Okay. Yes. You're looking at malachite, right? You see long strands, you see short strands, you see free form, you see such and such. I have yet to see a choker. These are all individually beads of malachite that they did in a choker. I think it's so beautiful. You know, it is short, right? Currently it is short, but I may have an extender I can put on it. Right now it's for a 14.5-inch neck. Okay. But beautiful, beautiful beads. I mean, look at the matrix on malachite. And this is getting expensive, especially the ones that have the banding like this. This is getting harder to find, everybody. So this is definitely vintage. I love the matrix. I love that it's a choker. And if you wanted to layer it with your other malachite beads, if you have nice and long, this would be something you can have, you know, as a focal point at your neck, and then you can wear longer beads with it. This will look beautiful with pearls. So if you like onyx, green is a beautiful stone. I think the color of this is just great. I mean, I just love that. It's just a really spot on color. I just love malachite and I love it. I've just never seen a choker done like that. And I thought, oh, that's pretty. So I may have an extender. I might put it on here, so maybe a little longer. But I think it's meant to kind of go around your neck like a choker would, right? I mean, like high on your neck a little because it's a little shorter length. But, you know, most people have collarbones around 16 inches. This is 14.25. So it is a little short. But I might be able to put on an extender on that. Okay. All right. Moving on. All right. And again, I'm going to have about 37 rings, guys. I don't have them out here right now, but I will have some to show for the show on Tuesday, which I'm going to be working on tonight. I just, like I said, all right, I'm going to show you just a few tennis bracelets that I have. I've spoken about this before in my show. If I'm going to hope I don't sound like a broken record for those of you who have been here before, my loyal customers, you guys understand. I buy tennis bracelets built to last. Okay, there's totally different qualities of findings on tennis bracelets. I buy ones that are heavy. I've been doing this a long time, okay? If you buy ones that are lightweight, just be careful because what happens is these hinges get worn. Think of this being like your daily dishes using in your kitchen, okay? If you're wearing this all the time, the more you wear your jewelry, it's going to get worn down. And if you start with lightweight jewelry, it's only going to get bent. It's going to get broken. It's going to do this. So tennis bracelets are known to be worn with all like basic staple in people's wardrobe. They love to do that. Okay. This is sterling silver vermeil. Okay. Look how it's built. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take you on a tour of this. Okay. Even though it's cubic zirconia. Okay. Yes. It's not diamond, but look at this. Nobody would know the difference if this wasn't real diamonds. Come on. They look at the thickness of it. It looks like it's built like a tank. All right. Slot clasp up here, double safeties for security. And I want you to take a look at all the metal. Look how much metal is here. And then you have these round cut, beautifully cut CZs that are what we call semi-bezel set. Semi-bezel meaning part of the stone is exposed, which is on each of the end, like next in the middle right here. But the outsides are half bezel set. Smooth. So if you like some, I don't want tennis bracelets that cut like prongs. I don't like things that are like this or that. You know, they don't want to get caught on things. And this thing you could stack every single day next to your watch or on your other opposite hand. This thing will wear beautifully. Okay. This thing, just to give you an idea, weighs 18.5 grams. 18.5 grams. That's a lot of weight for a bracelet. Okay. So I just want to kind of go over that with you guys because when I buy bracelets, I'm very picky, very, very picky and discerning about what I buy because I want my customers to make sure that they have this for a long time. Because what I usually find is people buy a lot of bracelets, and then what happens is then the rivets or the links get pulled, and then because it's so lightweight, there's nothing to work with. So again, if you start with something that's heavier, you are more prone to have not breakage on those links because you're got something that metal that works in your favor. Does that make sense? Hopefully that does. But that's my lesson on how I look for things. Okay, at least on tennis bracelets is concerned, because that is something that can be worn every day. It's a beautiful piece of jewelry, and you'd be proud to wear it. And people will think that you hit the lottery wearing that outside. That's how I do it. Is it yellow? Yes, it's vermeil. It is sterling silver, and then it has a vermeil. So it's marked 925 and tested 925, but it has the 18 karat gold vermeil. We call that in the industry vermeil. Okay, that's the terminology we use. So it is yellow, okay, and it's over sterling silver. Okay, isn't that beautiful? All right, so that's number one bracelet. Here's number two bracelet. Now this one is sterling silver. Now for all my gemstone lovers, this is for you. Garnet, blue topaz, peridot, citrine, and amethyst with CZs in between. Bar channel set. Bar channel there. Okay. Again, look at how much silver is here. Heavy. This weighs 14.52 grams. Again, double lock safety. That's what I look at. When you look at things in profile, everybody. Look at rings, look at bracelets, look at how it's constructed. If it's built like a tank, if it's got extra weight and you feel that, that's quality. That is what quality is about. Okay. So of course, if I get a deal, I'm going to pick those up like no other. Okay. Now, let's see what else I have here. I also have this bracelet. So for my vintage connoisseurs or vintage lovers, this is a modern take on something they did a lot in the 1950s and 1960s. This is something called a slide charm bracelet. Okay, so I'm going to show you this. Sterling silver again. We have green onyx there. We have amethyst, peridot, black onyx, blue topaz, citrine, carnelian, garnet, mother of pearl, citrine, all of that. Okay, these are those sliding bracelets. So if you guys ever seen these, you usually find them in gold filled bracelets, okay, and you will find them in gold filled from a lot of the costume designers. This is more modern, okay, but it's a modern take of the same concept. These slide, okay, all done in sterling silver. Has a fold over clasp with a safety chain. All marcasites in between. So, I like picking up things that are, and this is heavy again. This is 22 grams. Look how much silver is here. Okay. So I try to bring things to you guys to understand and say, well, Jenny, I like things and I like to make sure it's going to last me a while. Well, this would be something that would last because the weight is nice and thick here. There's nothing that's going to, unless you get caught on something. I mean, that's something that you could, but the weight of the bracelet is what I'm talking about. It's not flimsy. It's not, going to break off or pieces this or that, but you could, you have to be a little careful because it's got a link chain, but they slide. They're meant to slide. Okay. All right. Let's see. I have other things here. Okay, so I'm just going to show you some things. Let's see. Okay. Still got 16 of you. I know some of you guys went to Tanya's, and I got it. You'll be watching this later. So I'll just keep going. Oh, you got me in both on. Some people watch multiple shows at the same time. Okay. This is long. I just have it doubled up. Okay. This is, we call this crackled dragon agate. crackled dragon agate. You guys see the banding there? And it has a crackling appearance to it. They are each of these beads are 10.3 millimeters. They are silk knotted. I've been also talk about the price and how much silk knotting costs on necklaces a lot on my channel. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And then down here we have this beautiful piece. It looks like an arrowhead. This is a natural gemstone that has it's transparent. You guys can see through it. It's an agate. And then it has the gold-plated side to it. Isn't it pretty? Unusual. Unusual necklace. Unusual. This is 41 inches long. So I just really like the combination. If you like unique pieces, I like the gems. You know what? That's my thing. So I've got a necklace like that. All right. Let's see. I did get some more brooches. Let me show you a couple of these brooches real quick. Oh, I got this. Somebody asked me last week to bring the AB necklace. Now, I had the blue one at the beginning, right? So I also have this one. Somebody asked me to bring it, so I'm going to show it to you what it looks like. Oh, let me see if I can hook it first. Let's do it this way. I forgot who asked me, but somebody did. They said, Jenny, bring the AB necklace. I said, okay. I get it hooked on here. There you go. Beautiful AB crystal. This is kind of a graduated one. This goes from 14 to 16 and a half inches. 3-strand, has the hook vintage clasp, and it has the beautiful beads on the back of that. It has the rhinestone end caps there. Beautiful. And it has a little clear disc spacers. Triple strand. Okay. All right. I'm going to show you just a couple more brooches, and then I'm going to sign off. I think, and then I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to keep going on my rings. I'm going to have to, like I said, this, so you guys are aware, I'm going to have a couple trays just to get warmed up on Tuesday. It's usually what I do. You know, I have some silver-plated gemstone leather cord necklaces. I have a tray of brooches that'll probably start at $1. High bidder gets choice on Tuesday. I'm also gonna, I said I have some rings that I'm trying to get through as well. Some new rings for you guys to see. I'll have some Taxco Eagle 3 Mark rings, whole selection of them. Okay, so that's what I'm working on. Okay, so here, this is beautiful. Look at this AB brooch. Isn't this beautiful? There's the back. I just thought it was beautiful. Okay. And then I have 2 more, and then I'll come back. Do anybody have any questions for me? Let me know. Clear rhinestone. This one has dimension, height, prong set. Here's the back of this one. Emerald cut and round. And I have actually 2 more. Let's do these 3. All of a sudden, everybody stopped talking, so I guess everybody left me. I don't know, unless I'm not following chat all the way. AB and blue, kind of a pinwheel construction. This is one of my personal favorites. Sometimes I think that brown rhinestones get a bad rap, but I love this combination. I love AB and gold and brown. Look at this. A lot of fire in here. Here's the back. Rivet construction. Like a sunburst. That's pretty. This would be pretty on fall, like when we go into fall. It's pretty. And then I have this one. 2 more, and then I'll sign off. Beautiful. No, this is unsigned. Possibly Weiss. Not sure. Here's the back. Purple and AB and cranberry. And then for some reason, this one was very special to me. They call this Japan, when you have the black treatment to the metal. Okay, that's the back of this brooch. Okay. And then here's the front, all black rhinestones. But look at the shape. Like how long this is. I just thought this was beautiful. Beautiful brooch. I don't know who the maker is, but it does have puddling here. But Japan, I just thought it was beautiful. All right. I think that's pretty much what I'm going to get into tonight. I've been on here a little bit, so I'm going to let Tanya have the floor tonight. And everybody haven't checked out Tanya's channel, we'll come back to the screen. Again, I'll be having a lot more sterling and things to go through come the showtime. I just always promise you guys on Sunday a haul. So I just wanted to spend a little time to come on and say hello. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to send me an email at jensgemsfinds@gmail.com. And I'll be happy to answer that. Or if you want to know the starting bid of any of these pieces, the pieces I just shown in this little segment are all brand new. So I don't pre-sell any of these pieces until the auction comes up on Tuesday afternoon. If you want what time that is, 1 p.m. Central, Tuesday afternoon. That would be 2 p.m. Eastern or 11 Pacific. I know my time zones correctly. Okay. So 1 p.m. Central, that's what time zone I'm in. For those of you who don't know where I'm at, I am the panhandle of Florida. So hopefully my feed will never we had some problems lately with the feeds getting cut off, but needless to say, hopefully we'll be okay on Tuesday. If you're looking for something, have a question on anything, please send me an email at jensgemsfinds@gmail.com. Be happy to answer those for you. And I'll see you guys Tuesday. Unless you guys have any questions for me, still got 19 of you guys here. But like I said, I always want to make sure that I don't. I'm always trying to respect other people's shows, times, and things. So I just go on and just do my little thing, and then I send everybody over to Tanya. So we're gonna go raid Tanya's channel right now, everybody. And if you're not familiar who I'm talking about, it's that my jewelry addiction, and we're gonna go see what she's up to and selling tonight. So we all try to support one another here in the love of I use the word love and share the love, and that's my paperweight I keep on my desk every week, and that way I always think about it all the time. So again, thank you guys for your time and your attention for coming to the show tonight. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do so on your way out. I appreciate it very much. And again, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. All you gotta do is hit that bell icon, and you will get notifications when I do go on. Again, for all of my new people who are watching, I'm going to make a transition into doing YouTube selling full time. We'll start as of August 10th. I will be doing 2 shows a week. All right, Sundays and Tuesdays. All right. So right now I'm only doing Tuesdays until up to then. But August 10th will be my first Sunday afternoon show. But right now I'm just doing Tuesdays. All right. So I'm gonna have to buy more things, and which means I have to try to buy more inventory for all of you guys. Tuesday, if you're looking for gold, I always try to bring out the gold selection I have, as well as sterling, of course, at all times. But things I try to go through as the show progresses. I try to start with what's here. These are the new pieces. Hi, 710. How you doing, honey? And then then we go into other things. So, but I always take, you guys, I'm here for you. Okay. That's the whole point of this, is to make you guys happy and trying to find things that are unusual, and you guys would be proud to own each of the pieces that you purchase. Hopefully, with that being said, we will see all you guys on Tuesday at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Central. And you guys have a wonderful night. And we're all going to go to My Jewelry Addiction now and Ray Tanya's channel. Okay. You guys have a good night, and we'll see you Tuesday. Take care.